vacation too. Had my family jump, kind of change your state. So you get like your energy flow and change whatever mood you're in.
You really are.
You went in today.
Man, I'm so out of shape.
You get a drink of water? A little sippy?
Yeah, I got my iced coffee from Starbucks. That's the way the lady at Starbucks yesterday, she goes, because ever since Bedhead left, there's new people at Starbucks all the time. I don't have any consistency with the barista. It's always a different person. And there's this one girl who's pregnant. I think I told you about her. So I go through drive-thru yesterday and I order my drink. And then when I go to pay, the girl's not pregnant anymore, right? And she says, "How's your holiday? How's your Christmas?" And I go, "Oh, it was great. I was in Hawaii." And I go, "How about you? Anything interesting happen?" And she goes, "No." Then I'm like, "Is she the one that was pregnant? Is she the one that wasn't pregnant?" So I was going to say, "Hey, you had a baby, right?" I didn't say that.
Yeah, good.
So
you don't just say that to anyone.
Right. And then she goes, "Oh my God, I didn't tell you." She's like, "I got engaged." And I went, "Oh, that's great." And I'm like, "What do you mean you didn't tell me?" What do you mean? Like I just like when I ordered my drink from there to now? Like it's not like her and I talked.
How bizarre is
As
that?
far as I know, I've never seen her before in my entire life. So then today, I go through the drive-thru at Starbucks, no bedhead. "Welcome to Starbucks, may I help you?" The voice sounds different than yesterday. And there's this one girl I've told you about, her name is Grace, right? And I go, "Grace? No." Okay, I place my order, go through drive-thru. Pregnant lady.
Still pregnant?
Still pregnant.
Okay, well.
Looks exactly like the girl from yesterday. Isn't that great? Meanwhile, Grace, I haven't seen since the day after Bedhead left. She's only been there once. And I don't know why I keep asking for Grace, but she's not there. I don't know where Grace is.
You should. That should be your new thing.
Grace?
Grace?
Everybody do that at every Starbucks you go to. When they go, "Welcome, Starbucks, take your order," just go, "Grace?"
Did you see how long it takes them to be like, "Grace doesn't work here anymore"? It's not happening.
So I got to tell you a bizarre, bad parenting moment. My son Kemp plays basketball, and he's on a club ball team, and he's on his middle school team. And the middle school season is over. And, my dad always told me, "Hey, look, you should listen to your parents. Your parents are looking out for you. They know what's best for you," right? My dad always told me that. And if I could think back in my childhood, I wish I would have listened to more of my dad's advice, my mom's advice, but I didn't. And so I believe that. I firmly believe that. Your parents, they know what's best for you. So a high school coach approached me for Kemp playing basketball. Not the high school that he would go to, another high school that he could go to. And they called me on the phone. He's been asked to play on other teams before, but these guys they've asked Kemp. This guy called me on my phone, right? So he said they were having tryouts. Like he wanted to say auditions, but different, not a sport thing.
Yes.
No. There's no auditions.
It's not a play. It's actually a team.
So I said, "Yeah." I go, I think, Kemp should be there. It was a tryout a couple Sundays ago. So I asked Kemp. I said to my son, who's 14, I said, "Hey, you should go to this tryout for the team." And he goes, "I'm already on a team, and I like my team." I go, "I know." I said, "But it's good to get the experience of trying out. Go try out. So when you try out for the high school team, you'll know what it's like. You get a couple tryouts. Like if you're an actor, you want to go to a bunch of auditions so you get comfortable with the audition process." He goes, "I don't want to do that." I go, "I'm your father. I'm looking out for you. I think I know what's best for you. Why don't you do it?" And he goes, "Fine, okay, I'll go." So he goes to this tryout a couple of Sundays ago and just crushes it, right? It was fantastic. And the coach, he's like 6'10". He's from West Africa or somewhere in Africa. And he doesn't speak the best English, right? And he's like, at the end of practice, he's like, "Okay." Like, in fact, when he was doing practice, he had a whistle around his neck, but he was like, I don't know if he was insecure about his whistling, because he'd be like, how you blow the whistle for everyone to run? You think, and everybody run, he'd be like, and then he'd go, "Okay, now I want you to run to the heels. Take the ball and go behind the back, and then between the legs, behind the back, between the legs, behind the back." And I'd be like, "Dude, like give me rape whistle." You know what I mean? But he didn't do that. And then he goes, at the end, he got all the parents around. "Parents, I will let you know via email later today if your son made the team." And he goes, "Please text me your email addresses." So this is a couple weeks ago. So I texted my email address. My wife the next day says, "So did Kemp make the team?" In front of Kemp. I go, "I didn't get an email." I said, "I don't know." So I text the coach. I see that it says read, no response. I email the coach, no response. So I'm thinking, wow, I guess Kemp didn't make the team. But I didn't want to tell him that because he'd be like, I could see him going, see, I told you, if I would have, and I'm like, oh my God, right? So yesterday, Sunday night, I get a text from the coach. Sunday afternoon, practice is today at 6 o'clock. I'll see you and your boys there. Your boys, is a group text. I'm like, practice is at 6 o'clock? I'm like, so I guess Kemp made the team. This is great news. So practice is at 6. So I didn't tell Kemp because we had practice with his other team. Like as far as I know, that was great that he made the team, but you never told me Kemp made the team. So I never worked anything out or whether we were going to do both teams at the same time. But so I figured maybe I'm not supposed to be on this text, right? Because I never got the email, right? So maybe I'm not. So I just didn't tell my son Kemp. Get this. Lord and behold. So Kemp, his math teacher, went through a nasty divorce and I guess had to go to an institution or something, kind of lost his mind a little bit, or her mind. I don't know if it was a male or female math teacher. So they had substitute teachers. Kemp goes to his class yesterday. His new substitute teacher is the basketball coach from the other school.
Okay.
So I pick up Kemp from school yesterday. Kemp gets in my car, slams the door, goes, Dad! I go, why? He goes, why did you tell me that there was tryouts yesterday? My new math teacher is Coach so-and-so, and he says to me in front of everybody, why weren't you at practice yesterday? And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are the chances? What are the chances that this guy from another school, who's the high school football coach, is your new math teacher? I'm like, what the hell?
That's bizarre.
That is so crazy.
That's so random.
That's fate.
Yeah. So anyway, I go, what'd you say to him? And he goes, I told him that my dad didn't tell me anything. You threw me under the bus.
Rightly so.
So then I talk to my sister, every time I talk to my sister and she helps me with my issues, I'm so blown away by how smart she is. And I can't believe her and I came from the same parents. So I'm talking to her phone. I'm like, so I'm going to text this coach. I told the story. I'm going to text this coach. I go, dude, you never responded to my text or my messages or my emails or anything. And then you tell me there's practice day. My sister goes, no. You don't do that. You're going to text him and say that Kemp is overwhelmed. He's overcommitted. And she says this really nice political thing. So at 10 o'clock last night, I was going to bed. And I had not responded to the coach yet. And I was like, crap. So my sister wrote it out for me. And I just copy and paste.
Good. That's the right call.
Yeah. And then
she can word things much more eloquently.
And then I got a text back from the coach, I guess, last night that said, pretty much, we wish Kemp in his future endeavors. And I'm like, great. Kemp's going to get a C or an F on math.
No. It's going to be so uncomfortable.
I know, man.
Poor kid.
What a mess.